ever wondered if you could have a graduated homeschool mom walk alongside you in your homeschool mom journey to help you get clear on what the challenges are in your homeschool, or maybe to create a plan to address them, or at least to bounce off ideas and say, what did you do? Or what would you have done? Or can you help me just process this? Or at least be seen and heard in what's going on in my homeschool home? Then, hi, I'm Teresa. I'm a certified life coach and homeschool mentor, and I'm a graduated homeschool mom of 4 kids.
This is rivalry. We have mom first impressions only, she says. We have Rachel's, if I don't win, someone's gonna die before we leave. And Zachary, I just wanna win.
No, see, Mom, no.
It's not fair. The game goes on.
Mom, no.
So this is what I do full-time now. I walk alongside homeschool moms to help them to get clear on what the challenge is in front of them, to shed what's not working, so they can show up in their homeschool and their lives authentically, confidently, and purposefully. If we haven't met, nice to meet you. I support and inspire homeschool moms who are sometimes frustrated or overwhelmed. I say saturated with this homeschool mom life. Sometimes moms that are stressed or depressed or unhappy in their homeschool mom life. And they don't exactly know why. They might have a few clues, but they're not entirely certain what the ingredients are for this exhausted, frustrated, stressed homeschool mom life. Often I hear from homeschool moms that they don't feel that what they're doing is good enough. And in conversation and further conversation, I learn that the discussion isn't always about what they think is not good enough in their homeschool routines or in their housework routines or in anything that is tangibly written down on a piece of paper or a planner, but it's more the good enough issue here, that actually they don't feel good enough. That conversation comes up frequently. But also, we homeschool moms have a tendency to look at the frustrations that are happening in our home, like the dirt, the untidiness, the cluttered environment, and just say, this is out of control. It's so irritating. It can be stressful to not have everything aligned. What do I do with that? How do I make the house clean? How does it stay clean? Exhibit A. Don't have them live at home. I have conversations with homeschool moms about how they feel guilty that they're not doing right by their kids. I have conversations with moms about their unrealistic expectations, and they know they have them. They actually come to me to tell me they have them, but they A, either want to unpack them, they B, don't really want them to go away, they would just like to actually check the box of those expectations, or they C, try to compete with me for queen bee of unrealistic expectations, and I am the queen of unrealistic expectations. You're welcome. There's also conversations I have regularly where moms feel stressed by their unpleasant homeschool days or sometimes their homeschool seasons. Sometimes it's because they've got a strained relationship with a child or they've got a strained relationship with their partner. Maybe you've lost your verve in your homeschool days. If you ever consider it takes 4 years to get a bachelor degree, but many of us homeschool moms will have earned 5 or 6 bachelor degrees. Nobody wants to stay in university that long. We can get bored. We homeschool moms can get bored. It's okay. You might get bored. Maybe there is a discussion that needs to be had around either shifting how you're doing your homeschool, or maybe you need to incorporate something new, or maybe you're moving into a new phase of your life. Perhaps you're like many homeschool moms that don't feel like they have community. They don't have close family around them. Probably they're not even very close in proximity, but they definitely don't feel like they have a supportive homeschool community. They don't have a supportive community in general, and they would really love to have a cheerleader cheering them on. And I have conversations with homeschool moms that are walking through challenging phases of their life. They might be grieving the loss of someone. They might be working through a postpartum period of their family life. They might be dealing with a challenging pregnancy or a chronic health issue, or maybe their partner doesn't have a job, or maybe they're looking to increase their income by creating an entrepreneurial kind of thing while they're homeschooling. Or maybe they're caring for their elderly parents. There's so many scenarios that we don't consider when you're homeschooling that, oh yeah, that might happen while I'm homeschooling. Sometimes you need support as you're doing those big life events. So if any of these conversation points that I routinely have with other homeschool moms resonate with you, then I ask you, what are you doing about those challenges? How are you addressing them? I want you to feel confident in your homeschool mom life. Whatever challenges you have, I want you to be clear on what the challenge is and how to approach it, to create a plan for it. I want you to feel competent to gain the tools or strategies or mindset shifts that might be required to address your specific challenge, to improve communication, to bolster your boundaries, to live into more satisfying relationships. You can gain clarity on your goals, your intentions, and your values. Learning to create a more purposeful, engaging homeschool environment that also aligns with your family dynamics, your values, your intentions in your life. I understand the challenges you face as a homeschool mom, the doubts, the overwhelm, the constant pressure to do it all perfectly. It's challenging to feel like you're not good enough, especially when you're struggling with that feeling long before you even became a mom, let alone a homeschool mom. It's a struggle to maintain separateness, to have really clear boundaries. It's a struggle to figure out who you are beyond this homeschool mom role, and even also allow others to be them too. If you want more clarity and confidence in your homeschool mom journey, you don't have to do it alone. That's why I'm here. You don't have to navigate the path alone. As a homeschool life coach, I'm here to provide the support and the guidance you need to overcome those challenges and enjoy your homeschool mom life more too. I've walked alongside numerous homeschool moms representing various countries and religions, Enneagram types, and a whole lot of kids. And because I've done so, I feel more homeschool mom than I've ever felt. After working with one homeschool mom of 3, she shared with me, I'm very thankful for the time you and I were able to spend together. Thank you for asking the heart-probing questions and for giving me a calming perspective on our teenage kids. I appreciate the time and the effort you gave to our calls, Teresa. The difficult questions asked during the sessions were some of the most useful. You asked thought-provoking, provocative questions that helped me to get to the root of the issues I was facing. I was not used to asking those questions of myself, and I had to create the time and space to answer them. This proved a worthwhile use of time that helped uncover changes that needed to be made and false beliefs and negative attitudes I was holding on to. Another homeschool mom of 3 shared, I was feeling a bit lost with my own personal goals. I was able to determine what was clouding my vision and keeping me stuck. It turned out a big obstacle for me was the very blurry, unclear boundaries in my relationships. I couldn't really see where I ended and another began. I felt responsible for everybody's emotions. I only discovered all of this through coaching and writing. It wasn't easy, but I was able to shed a lot of harmful patterns and habits and really center the people and things that truly matter to me in my life. I got very clear on what I wanted and what I didn't. I became more courageous in naming those things and taking action. I'm currently pouring some time that I did not have before into personal projects that are bringing me more joy and fulfillment. There's an aspect of accountability with your coaching sessions that is impossible to replicate on my own with my journal. I feel seen and understood and encouraged to take big steps I otherwise would have dragged my heels on with my own time. You brought up deeper questions for me to contemplate and directly asked me what I was going to do with this newfound knowledge. I appreciated I couldn't just fly under the radar. This gentle nudge helped me make myself a priority. By the way, if you're not a homeschool mom of 3, you're also welcome to join me. You can be a homeschool mom of 4 because this homeschool mom of 4 shared after she'd worked with me that I feel more confident in what homeschooling looks like and what it doesn't look like within my home. It will always be evolving, but I feel more at peace. I'm a better detective with my kids to see what they value and care about. I see how my relationship with myself impacts my relationship with my daughter in particular. I feel really seen and heard by you, but also pushed. Well, not really pushed. I feel like you were a mirror that wouldn't move. Your persistence with tough, but why questions was super helpful. And I want to share an encouragement with you. She said, keep on going. What you're doing is irreplaceable. I initially looked at coaching because I thought, how can I do something that I've never experienced before? I'm won over. Join me in a no obligation conversation. Book a conversation with me below. If you found this video valuable, would you like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with another homeschool mom who would benefit too? Remember, you're not alone in this homeschool mom journey. That's why I'm here. And thank you for joining me today. I hope that you and your kids can turn your homeschool challenges into your homeschool charms. You've got this, girlfriend.